What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you all are having a great day. Um, it is windy out here today. That wind is hawking today. But it's warm. We actually hit 50 degrees. It's going to be kind of in the 50s all week, so I'm excited about having some warmer temperatures. I guess I shouldn't be complaining about the wind. The wind's making it a little bit chillier. It would be nice if it was just 50 degrees. But maybe spring is not that far away since January is almost in the books. A couple more days will be in February. And that's how quickly things move. Before you know it, it will be football season. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to say, actually, I'm kind of happy about what's happening right now because they got started on the party late. And this is an opportunity. The Cowboys actually have an opportunity to remake things in a little bit different than what they've been doing, because typically everything is always trust the process. We know what we're doing around here. And, at the end of the year, you got to evaluate everything. And, you got to, look at everything and the so-called drought without us going to the Super Bowl and things. But, we know what we're doing here with the Dallas Cowboys. We know how to build a roster because, if you just look back to last year, before this pooch crew of season we had right here, we were right there in production with the Kansas City Chiefs. In fact, nobody's won as many games as we have over the last 15 years. Stephen Jones, you're actually about 15th in that. Well, like I said, just about anybody that's out there. But anyway, be that as it may, the Cowboys now have their offensive coordinator, their their head coach / offensive coordinator and or play caller in place. They have their defensive coordinator, and of course, and we have also too our special teams coach, Sorian, who was a defensive coordinator and now is, look at that chicken, doesn't that look good? And is now the special teams coach replacing Bones Fossil. So the Cowboys are going to get their staff together, and dare I say, just in time, because we have right now the Senior Bowl is kicking off with the first practice in the books. Now the Cowboys made some other moves, of course, that they ended up re-signing and getting the whole strength and conditioning staff back. Now, maybe you can kind of say, what are you guys doing? Because we seem to keep getting a lot of knee injuries. And it's kind of crazy because you think back to our team, we always go through kind of a string of the same kind of injuries. You know what I mean? Remember from like Miles Austin through Sean Lee, it was hamstrings. It was literally everybody pulled their freaking hamstring on a regular basis. And I let me knock on the grill and hope that I didn't just jinx it. Now this year it'll be hamstrings again. But we've had kind of a resurgence of that where we had Dak Prescott's hamstring ripped off the bone, as well as Tyron Smith had the same injury. But if I remember correctly, the training staff that we had, the guy passed, the leader of it, he was from the Giants. I can't remember his name offhand because I'm getting old and getting senile. But I believe they came through and they ended up bringing in ballerina bars. So that way they started doing more stretching in there to really loosen up the hamstrings and doing different things with them. People have different philosophies. We had that one wide receiver coach who, Sanjay, I can't remember his last name, but Sanjay, who his strength and conditioning was having wide receivers walking around with bricks. And they were carrying bricks after practice and stuff. And it seemed like they all ended up having brick hands when it came to catching the football. So that didn't seem to work. But you got to find some things that will work well together. Now, I'm excited because today was the first day of Senior Bowl practice, and I'll have some more on that after I finish cooking dinner and things. I got to get dinner together for my wife to be able to take to her parents and stuff like that. So I'm cooking the chicken right now. And got my fried rice in there, and I got some bacon spinach. Ooh, some sauteed bacon and spinach. It's going to be real good. But be that as it may, I'm excited that we finally got this thing together, because we literally wasted the first week with dicking around with Mike McCarthy on trying to figure out, getting that deal and stuff done. And then we wasted another week in trying to go ahead and say, okay, Brian Schottenheimer, you're the next man up to go ahead and do this. And of course, we have literally, since the Friday night dump, been going through and killing the Cowboys for actually not putting in the work like other teams have. But I'm gonna still withhold judgment on what I think is going to happen with this training staff. Everybody says, well, we should have got this guy and that guy and things like that. In the same way, I can think about quarterbacks that we've talked about over and over again that we should have been drafted. Tank for Tua. Yeah, tank for Tua. Or tank for Trevor. I've heard all those and things, and I got to say, those guys haven't won a Super Bowl either. It's difficult. It's difficult to win a Super Bowl, because the craziest thing is right now, there's not a lot of quarterbacks out there that won a Super Bowl. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that have won a Super Bowl. We know Pat Mahomes, of course, he's won, the last two. There's Matthew Stafford, who team decided we're going to go all in, right? There's Matthew Stafford. There's Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson, who's won one, and that was 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. That was like 13 years ago. There's Aaron Rodgers, who you look at that and he's a long ways away from being that guy anymore. And Aaron Rodgers, that was like 2010. That was like 15 years ago. And who am I missing that's out there right now that has a Super Bowl ring? That's 4 guys. It's 4 guys. I can't think of another quarterback out there that's got a Super Bowl ring. Am I missing somebody? It ain't Josh. It ain't Lamar. It ain't Justin Herbert or Trevor. It's not Baker Mayfield. Yeah. There's 4 guys out there that have a Super Bowl ring. And as far as coaches out there, not many coaches out there either, as far as I can think of right now, that are head coaches. There's Pete Carroll, who just got rehired. There's, of course, Andy Reid. Nick Sirianni ain't won one. Let's see. Bill Belichick is not out there, so nobody in the AFC North, NFC East. AFC North, nobody's won one. NFC South. The West. Sean McVay. So we got Sean McVay, Andy Reid, we said Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin, who am I missing, y'all? There's nobody in Florida. There's nobody in the South. There's nobody in Texas. In the AFC, it's the only thing I can think, Andy Reid. I think there's only 4. So we're literally looking at 4 quarterbacks and 4 coaches currently in the NFL. Oh, no. Sean Payton, that's 5. Sean Payton, Pete Carroll, Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, and Pete Carroll. That goes to show you, because every year we get new guys that are hired, and we get new quarterbacks in the draft. Yet, all these things that y'all keep saying, we need to get this guy, that guy, and the other guy. And you can have, look at that. Woo, look at that chicken. And you can have Josh Allen out there. You can have Justin Herbert out there. Harbaugh was close. Say Harbaugh was close. Harbaugh, that's it. 6. Harbaugh in Baltimore. That's it. Six coaches. 6 coaches, and I think 4 quarterbacks. That's it. That's freaking insane, y'all. That's insane. And that goes to show you how hard it is to be successful in the NFL. So when you go through and you say, Cowboys suck, they just suck. They're not like other teams. Well, hate to tell you, the other teams ain't doing it either, bro. Other teams ain't doing it. But the fact that the Cowboys got the coaching staff together with the Senior Bowl, just in time for the Senior Bowl, they can start the evaluation process and hopefully have better results. Peace.